Reports this morning that it is inevitable that the announcement is on its way, imminent, that Nuno Espirito Santo has been removed from his position as a Tottenham manager. Conversations with his representatives and the legal team at Tottenham are working on an exit package and severance pay to remove the Portuguese manager. There's also a delay in the official announcement from Tottenham as they work on a replacement. Antonio Conte has been made an offer. They are waiting for a green light from the Italian to essentially press the go button. Reports from the Football Insider have also suggested that if the Antonio Conte deal is delayed, Manchester United play a key part in that. Ryan Mason could be instilled as their caretaker manager for the second time within 12 months. According to The Athletic, it is a matter of time before the official announcement of Nuno's sacking is made. But a number of sources, both domestic in the UK and across Europe, are saying that the manager is essentially gone. They are just tying up the loose ends behind the scene. There is a mutual consent order to remove Nuno Espirito Santo from the Tottenham job. Antonio Conte could be the replacement as early as today, but there are some suggestions from Italy that this could protrude into the international break. We're going to delve into that and much, much more this morning on the Done Deal Show. Make sure that like button has been smashed. Make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace. You can still have a guess today at guessing our secret football phrase in the envelope behind me. Let's just jump straight into it, people. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you are well. Hope you're all good. I'm going to share the link for you to phone in a few moments' time. I want to know what you're all thinking and feeling. First of all, I mean, the news surrounding Nuno, Conte, Tottenham, Man United, it just keeps growing and growing. And when you think 24 hours ago, a very small outlet in Italy were the first to announce this, and everybody scoffed at it because it didn't come from the big boys, and it's just gathered pace over the previous 12 to 24 hours to a point now where when you read through all the headlines, the different takes from different journalists, what is becoming more apparent is although it hasn't been officially announced, and we understand why, because Tottenham are working on the contingency, who is going to take over with immediate effect, who's going to come in and manage them potentially for their Conference League game, Europa Conference League game on Thursday, the final Premier League game before the international break. Who is going to do that? Tottenham are working hard right now to bring Antonio Conte in. The report is that a 3-year deal has been offered to him. They're waiting for the green light. If he accepts and is willing to join as of now, then the announcement will be made fairly swiftly of Nuno out, Antonio Conte in. There is another train of thought that if Conte wants a little bit more time to think about it, Tottenham will tie down Ryan Mason to come in and be a caretaker manager for a couple of games. And then the official announcement for Nuno will be made. There is still the distinct possibility there could be a stay of execution. He is still going to be removed from his job. He has been informed that he has no future at Tottenham. There hasn't been a single journalist that suggested that he could survive this, win a couple of games and turn it round. The writing is on the wall, right down to the Athletic this morning stating it is a matter of time before he goes. Not an if, but a when. And I think sometimes, I know that football fans want to wait until the official announcement is through, but this is going to pick up pace. He will not survive as Tottenham manager. I know Spurs fans want the announcement today. They want it now. They want it yesterday, in fact, but it is on its way. I want to know what you're thinking and you're feeling in relation to this. Antonio Conte, we did speak about it briefly yesterday. He's now heavily linked with the job. One of the reasons for him delaying, though, if you listen to, again, the Italian journalists that have been very, very fast on this. Very, very fast on this. Their take is Antonio Conte still wants the Manchester United job. Manchester United have not made a final and official offer to him. There have been talks, according to these journalists, and he's holding out to see what happens. There is still the distinct possibility, a poor result against Atalanta, a poor or an embarrassing result against Manchester City this weekend in the derby could see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer lose his job. If this is to happen, if this was to take place, if this was to go forth, Antonio Conte could be the individual that Manchester United turn to. Maybe, just maybe, Conte is waiting for this. There is so much to this story. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. I want to know what you're talking about and thinking. I'm going to go to some of your comments now that have come through here. Morning, everybody. If Conte was good, why would he have got sacked? But he didn't get sacked by Inter. I don't know where you got that from, but there we go. Romano confirmed that Conte wants United 100%. And that may be true. That's another journalist who's, he wants Man United. Absolutely. But if Man United don't make him an offer, it doesn't matter what he wants. Did you get what I'm saying? If Man United decide we are not going to sack Ole or we don't want Antonio Conte, his mind will have to, he can't just say, well, I won't manage anyone else then. I'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years for the job to open up. That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense to me. Tyron here says, why do you care about Tottenham so much? Just focus on your own team. You quite literally make that same comment every time I'm not talking Man United. And then I've also seen you in my comment section when I don't talk about other teams say, why don't you speak more about other teams? Nice try at trolling, my friend. Nice try. But yeah, not gonna watch this morning. I'm afraid, young man. TJB says Spurs acting fast to try and get in front of United. And that's the fear from a lot of Manchester United fans, that they do act quickly, that they do essentially, go and get Antonio Conte. And this is the problem. I know not all Man United fans are sold on Antonio Conte, but there's always a risk. If Antonio Conte goes to Tottenham, I said it last night, and I'll say it again. If we keep Ole, if Man United keep Ole, and Antonio Conte goes to Tottenham at this stage of the season, with them only a handful of points away from a top 4 position, the way he is as a coach and manager, they make top 4. I've said for a long time, Spurs have got holes in their squad, but like a lot of us, there's holes. But he is a good enough manager to make them resolute, to make them compact, to get an extra 5% out of an average player, an extra 10% out of a very good player, to get an extra 20% out of a world-class player. He is the type of person that could rejuvenate Harry Kane. And I know Spurs fans are not happy with Harry Kane right now, but in the cold, hard light of day, if Harry Kane starts scoring again, they're going to forgive him very quickly. Football fans are as fickle as the day is long. We all are. We're all like that. If Ole goes and wins 10 games on the bounce, I mean, not being funny, they were singing Ole at the wheel. They booed him off the pitch against Liverpool, and then they're singing Ole at the wheel when 3-0 up against Tottenham. Football fans are fickle. So for me, it's a dangerous move if Man United allow this to happen. It doesn't mean that we won't replace Ole with an even better manager for us as a football club, but it is a gamble. Because Antonio, whether you like Conte's football or not, whether you're worried about the game time that Sancho will get or not, whether you like his style or not, he is a world-class manager. That's one thing about Antonio Conte that cannot be denied by a soul. He's world-class. This notion that he is toxic, I think is bullshit. Bullshit. He's fallen out with Chelsea because they didn't give him what he wanted. And we all sit here as fans going, I don't want my manager to be a yes man. I want my manager to stand up to my board. You then get linked with a manager that stands up to boards and we call him toxic. Well, which do you want? Make your minds up. Make your minds up. If Tottenham get Antonio Conte, in my opinion, they fill the void in this top 4 role. If Man United keep Ole, if Arteta stays at Arsenal, the up and down nature of Leicester this season, look, West Ham have got a really good opportunity. They're flying at the moment. You've got to big them up. But Antonio Conte is quite literally on the level of the Peps, the Klopps, the Tuchels, in my humble view. And it will spice this league up no end whatsoever. I want to do some more of your comments. Before we do that, do me a favor and smash that like button. Let's get this stream past 500 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. The news, if you are just tuning in, according to a number of sources, Antonio Conte has been told behind the scene. Let me rephrase that. Nuno Espirito Santo has been relieved of his duties informally. Negotiations between his representations and Tottenham's legal team are ongoing to put together a severance and exit package away from the football club. Before making the official announcement, Tottenham are also working on who will take over with immediate effect and run the coaching and the picking of the team. This could be Antonio Conte if he gives the green light today for the deal or in the next 24 hours or so. It could also be Ryan Mason reinstilled as the caretaker manager, as there are some reports that Antonio Conte could protrude his decision into the international break because he is still holding out for the opportunity to join Manchester United Football Club. I do want your thoughts. I do want your feelings. I want you to phone in. The link, I've already posted the link on Twitter, but I'm going to post it again now in the live comment section and replace the pinned tweet so you guys can see that. You ladies and gentlemen can come on and have your say, because I do want to hear from you. I really want to. Sharim here says the Man United board are not serious. Yeah, listen, a lot of people will agree with you on that. There's no doubt about it. Terry, Conte is overrated. Ollie is clear. I see what you're doing there. I also looked at some statistics around Antonio Conte yesterday because I'm a person that prefers facts. I don't believe a lot of people's eye tests are real, right? So I'm seeing Chelsea fans say he played negative football at our club. Antonio Conte at Chelsea would average around 33 positional attacks per game with 26% resulting in shots. On average, 15 shots per game and 3.4 to 3.5 counter-attacks per game. The numbers under Thomas Tuchel are almost identical. Almost identical. Almost identical. You compare that, for instance, to one of the most attacking teams in the Premier League. And I had this statistic up in front of me earlier. I'm going to go to it again now because I want to show this to you. And this is where sometimes how something looks and how something feels when it comes to the eye test can actually damage what's really going on. So we all know that one of the most attacking teams in the Premier League are Liverpool Football Club. They attack with vigor. They attack with such venom, such speed. It's beautiful. And it is. It really is beautiful. To put it into perspective, this season, they've been absolutely phenomenal, Liverpool. Attack, 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 attack. Liverpool Football Club averaged 16 shots per game and 34 positional attacks per game and around 2.8 counter-attacks. Almost identical to the numbers that come out from Antonio Conte. The difference is how you build up to them. Some are fast and furious. Some are a little more slower paced. Your starting position may look more negative because you've got three at the back, but the way you pounce into the attack is different. This notion that Antonio Conte plays negative defensive football and doesn't attack is a myth. He averages one less attack per game than this brilliant attacking Liverpool side. We even go back a couple of seasons to Liverpool's 99, the season where they won the league with 99 points. 14 shots per game, 3 counter-attacks. They did have a lot more positional attacks that year at 39, so around 6 per match. But a lot less ended up with shots happening. So they were attacking more, but Antonio Conte's teams were getting a couple more shots off per game. And were creating on average 0.5 big chances more per game. It's all a myth. People don't do their... This is the thing with facts. We had with Bruno Fernandes yesterday. Just spams balls into the box. I sat there and compared how many through balls and crosses per game he attempted comparatively to Jack Grealish, KDB, Mason Mount, and there was another player I threw into that. Less than all of them. So he ain't spamming shit. It just gets said by one person on Twitter or somebody on Insta or somebody on YouTube, and then everybody runs with it without actually checking whether it's true or not. It's a myth. His football isn't as ferocious. It isn't as speedy as some of the better attacking teams. But they're better because it looks better. Is it more effective? Not really. Not really. Anyway, I'm going to go to your calls now. I want you to come on, have your say. Morning, Star Lord. I hope you are well. Man Lucky, Gal in the house. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing good, my friend. But I'd love to hear from you on this, Gal. If you can call in, my friend, I would love to hear from you on Spurs potentially getting Antonio Conte in as their manager. It's a distinct possibility. It could legitimately happen. I need to hear from you. Terry Conte will choose United over Spurs. Must wait. That may happen. But remember, there's one thing everybody's forgetting. I believe if there's an offer from Man United and an offer from Tottenham, Antonio Conte picks Man United. But if Manchester United do not make an offer, it changes everything. There is no offer from Man United to accept and reject Tottenham with. Who else is offering him a job right now? There is a lot of talk that Spurs are very much putting the ball in Antonio Conte's court. So they're essentially saying, we were willing to offer you a 3-year deal. But if you want 18 months, take 18 months. If you want 5 years, take 5 years. They're almost open to giving Conte whatever he wants. Maybe Conte says, I'll take 18 months then. Put myself back in that shop window. Because a lot of people are saying that it will fall apart at Tottenham. That'll be on Tottenham. If Tottenham give Antonio Conte if they agree at stage one what they're going to give him in terms of money they're going to spend, the profile of player they want to buy, if they deliver that for Antonio Conte, it will not become toxic. It's only if they go back on their word. That's not Antonio Conte's fault. Like, if I go into a business deal with a partner and they don't deliver on their end of the bargain, I put my foot down with a firm hand. That isn't me being toxic. It's me demanding what I was promised. That's not toxicity. That's not aggression. That is professionalism and assertion to the nth degree. If you are too agreeable in life, you fail. The people that generally earn the most amount of money and are the most successful are people that are highly focused and less agreeable. If you're agreeable, you may not fail per se, but you'll earn less. You can do the same job as someone else. But if you're too agreeable, I'll take that salary. I ain't taking that. I'm worth more. I always push the envelope. But I messed up once. I told a company I would leave if they didn't increase my salary to a certain amount. They said no. I had to leave. I couldn't lose face. I had to walk. Handed in my notice. But the next job I landed, I got the money I wanted. It's a risk, but it served me well. I'm just saying, Antonio Conte gets a bad rap. Anyway, right. Let's go to the first caller of the day. I'm going to go to Simon. Simon is a Tottenham fan from the Premier League, Hotspur TV. I'm going to get Simon on to have his say this morning. Viewers, smash the like and share button. Nuno on his way out. Could Conte be on his way in? Let's do this. Morning, Simon. How are you, mate? You're on mute, brother.
Sorry, Terry. That's it. Sorry about that. Morning, Terry. Thanks for having me on, mate. Listen, this goes from top to bottom, mate. This club is toxic at the core, mate. Seriously. And it's another sacking. And it's these guys in charge. These are the problem at the club. Absolutely. It's not the manager's fault. But he wasn't my first choice. I wanted Conte from the word go, and the board messed that up. But they got Nuno in. That was our 8th, 9th choice, apparently, on Paratich's list. And I believe that it's time for him to go, mate. The football was boring, mate. It wasn't the Tottenham style. It wasn't us going forward as a club. But to me now, I want Conte in. I really do. But I was just hearing you speaking there. If Man United do offer him and Tottenham offer him, he's going to go to United, mate, over Tottenham.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say the advantage Tottenham have is I'm hearing weird stuff from rivals. They rejected it? He rejected them once. He rejected them again. He didn't reject Tottenham. He basically said, "You're not being ambitious enough for me."
Absolutely.
That's very different to me than rejecting Tottenham. I feel like Tottenham have learned from that, and I feel like if they're going back in for him now, there's no way they're going to offer him less than what he asked for originally. And I think that's just about them committing to improving the squad. And I was talking to people about it yesterday. Where it started going wrong at Tottenham is when Poch built this really good team, very good squad, but wanted to go to the next level. And Tottenham essentially told him no. Like, they didn't allow him to keep buying. They didn't allow him to keep refreshing. And there's one thing I learned as a young United fan watching Fergie operate. No matter how good our teams were, he would always reinvest. He would always bring in new players. We'd always go and go, right, yeah, we might have won the league, but I want another midfielder. I need another centre-back. I want another striker. I want to rejuvenate this squad. It's so important to stop stoleness from creeping in. And you've seen that, like Dele Alli went off the boil as an example. Harry Kane himself has almost lost the vigor at Tottenham. I said all summer, should have sold him, cashed in, and then use that money to start a proper rebuild at the club. There were times in the summer where you could have got Lautaro Martinez in before Chelsea got the Lukaku deal done. There was things you could have done, and the club keeps sitting on its hands and making these mistakes. And if you act quickly now, and Man United don't make this offer for Antonio Conte, you could land one of the best managers in the world. How much do you think Antonio Conte could improve, your team's fortunes and position in the league?
Oh, massively. As you said there, Terry, I heard your comments there. Saying if Conte does land the job at Tottenham, he could seriously put Tottenham in that top 4 frame. I seriously to believe that. But to me, it comes down to Daniel Levy has to put the money where his mouth is, mate, and stop employing these average managers and literally make a statement signing. He needs to make this Conte signing whenever it is, and to literally put this club back on the map, because our DNA has gone out this club, it really has. But me personally, I think he can come in and he can sort this team out. I really can. I think he will shake some feathers in there, mate. Especially with Harry Kane. He needs to start getting Harry Kane back playing again. And I think if we do bring someone like Conte in, I think Harry Kane will stand up and say, wow, this is the sort of manager I want at his club. Because to me, he's looking at Nuno, and I don't think that excites the likes of Kane and Sons, mate, at this club. I think Conte will come in and make a real difference, a massive difference in this club. And I think they have to back him in January. If they really are serious about this, Terry, they have to back him. Seriously. We bring in Josie, and I don't think he was backed properly. I really don't. I think they messed up with the Mourinho one there. And people saying, but we've had a big manager in Mourinho. It didn't work. But it didn't work because the board let us down again. He let Josie down. I think he promised Josie the world, and he didn't deliver. He has to deliver now. Seriously, if these rumours are right, they want Conte. They have to. They can't mess this one up, Terry. They got to go through this one now. And they got to get Conte over that and just give whatever he wants. As you said, if it's the 18 months, give him whatever he wants. We've got to get this club back on the level playing field in this league, because we are miles off at the minute. Miles off. But Conte comes in, I think he changes it massively.
Mate, you're right. And one of the demands I've read from a couple of the Italian journalists that have been breaking this news before everybody is that one of the demands is a number of signings attempted, or in that January window. And do you know how we know they're doable in January? Because the rumors are Newcastle are going to go big in January, and this is the point. Like, Spurs are ahead of Newcastle right now. Are they going to have the money that Newcastle will have in the future? No, but it's about getting those ducks in a row now so that you can be in the best possible position to move forward. And I have to say, as a Man United fan, if you end up with a world-class manager like Antonio Conte, I'll be so jealous. But I mean this with respect, for a club your size versus a club our size, with everything about us, for you to have a better manager than us, and then for me to look at it and say, if I look at the big 6 teams, if I then look at it and feel like Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea, and City all have managers who are so superior to mine. Honestly, it's fair play to you, and an embarrassment to me. Simon, great call, mate. Thanks for coming on the terrace this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on, mate. Thank you very much.
Not a problem at all. You take care, mate. Thank you. Top man there. Shane here says, morning, Terry. Sorry, it's been a while. Just flat out work and the birth of my second child. Listen, congratulations on the birth of your second child, my friend. And you don't have to apologize for not being in streams. I know the world's getting more and more back to normal now, especially when it comes to like people having to work, go out. Obviously, when I leave the studios now on Friday and Saturdays, like London's packed. 7-8 weeks ago, I used to leave the studio at night and the streets were dead. So the world's going back to normal, which is a very good thing in itself. But congratulations on the birth of your second child. I hope baby is healthy, mother as well. And I know you're not getting any sleep, but I wish you well. Winter's Wrath here, long time no see as well, says, why would Conte go to dumpster fire of a club like Tottenham? Well, he almost went there in the summer. I think, again, I know there's banter, but he almost went there. They just didn't deliver on the standards that he wanted. They didn't want to win as quickly as him. If they change their mindset and make the promises to him now, I think he'll go there. I don't believe if he was going to outright reject them, he would already have outright rejected them. But he's talking to them. Is he waiting for Man United first? Yes, but I think he'd go there. Next caller this morning, we're going to speak to a Chelsea fan. Matt's coming on. It'll be really intriguing to get Matt's take on Antonio Conte potentially returning to the Prem. Good morning, Matt. Welcome back to the Terrace. Nuno out, maybe Conte in. What's your views, mate? You're on mute, my friend.
Sorry about that. Big up, everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna say this about Conte. I mean, he'll come into Tottenham, but I don't think he's gonna change anything of Tottenham. I don't think he's gonna do anything new to what we would have seen with Jose Mourinho. And I know the last caller just said like the board didn't back him, but are the board gonna back him again now? The same thing we're gonna see with Conte. Conte plays a back three, and personally, I think Conte is he's one of my favorite managers. I love his style of play. I love he's kind of like a B Tech, Mourinho kind of style play, kind of style that he brings on and off the pitch. So I prefer him over Nuno for sure, but he's not going to bring anything new that Jose didn't bring. He's going to bring the exact same qualities that they're going to bring. You can have the board back you can bring in these players for sure, but you can't fix Tottenham right now with their style of defense, their midfield. The only thing we're going to see different is the Kane and Son link up, because Conte plays a little bit more of an attacking play from that back three, as Chelsea do now, the 3-4-3. If he plays that position, you're going to get a bit more attack from Son and Kane link up. Them two will play well, but the rest of the team is not going to be playing well. Mark my words here. Conte's a manager. He'll come in. He'll be a style class. That's why I would rather him go to United. And I'm happy he's going to Tottenham, because I know at Tottenham he's not gonna succeed as much as he would at United for sure.
That's interesting indeed. Hang on a second here. There's just been an update. I'm very, very sorry. I'll bring you back in a few moments' time, ladies and gentlemen. Another report. The Daily Mail are now reporting that Nuno Espirito Santo has been sacked by Tottenham this morning. That is now the fifth outlet to report that he has been sacked. The fifth outlet to report that he has been sacked. It's done. According to the Daily Mail, along with the Football Insider. I said yesterday about the Football Insider when they made this claim. By the way, Football Insider, they get so much right. So much right. Do you know why I trust them? Because over 85% of their articles are about League One, League Two, Championship teams. They're not just spamming Premier League news, Premier League news, Premier League news. It's legitimate news. But that has just come out now from the Daily Mail that he could be on his way. He is done. It's done. It's done, according to the Daily Mail. I mean, we've been tweeting about it since yesterday. I was told yesterday that it was pretty much writing on the wall. It's now kind of been formally announced. So, yeah, it could be on his way out. Spurs fans, we want to hear from you. Call in now. But Rivals, I want to hear from you as well. I want to hear from Rivals. We are going to get Matt back on to finish telling us what he was saying. But he is gone, according to the Daily Mail as of now. The formal announcement hasn't been made, but we are just waiting. Matt's back with me now. Matt, sorry, continue what you were saying, mate.
No, I mean, from this news, this whole news has changed now. Now that we know he's 100% sacked, that means we know Conte's going to come in. But that differs the question. What happens to United now? Who are they going to get? Like, this is getting really interesting. And as a Chelsea fan perspective, this is very, very interesting to see. And I'm looking forward to see what Conte brings to Tottenham, because as I said, I don't think Tottenham are going to succeed as much as they would if they had Jose Mourinho at the club. And I'm really excited to see what he brings. But I think that defensive style is going to change. Their whole team's going to change. So we're going to take a few months for them to get into their new style. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the same Tottenham we're going to see under Mourinho and Pochettino and the same man. But as the United perspective, Terry, what are you saying about this now? What do you say for the state of United? Is there another manager out there for United to come in?
As it stands right now, I mean, unless you pay the compensations, and Man United have the money for that, we should be doing it. Ten Hag, as an example, I know a lot of people say Zidane is waiting for the French job. Make him an offer that he can't refuse. Offer him a colossal amount of money. You know, there's work to be done. I think, look, I've said it before. I'm happy we beat Tottenham. If we beat Atalanta, I'll be happy that we win these games. I don't want my team to lose. At the same time, I want my team to win these games, but also act with an air of authority. We know that Ollie is not good enough to win the major trophies. Therefore, what you do is you sack him anyway. You move him on anyway. He has to be sacked. It's as simple and as straightforward as that for me. Matt, great call. Thanks for coming on and having your say. Really appreciate it, bro. Top man. Thank you, Matt.
Take care, lads.
Take care, mate. Mick here says Poch to go to United or back to Spurs. Very, very unlikely to go back to Spurs. Very unlikely indeed, my friend. Next up, Tottenham fans here. Leafs on the line with me. What you saying, mate?
Yay, he's sacked. But did you read the rest of the article?
No, I just see the headline. Sorry.
Sergio Conceição is favorite to be appointed.
Who?
Sergio Conceição is the Porto manager. It says he has big admirers in Tottenham. Nothing about Conte yet. Yeah, he's sacked. It's interesting because last night Di Marzio and all the Italian media said Spurs are going in for Conte. So if we're going in for Conte and he rejects us, then Levy has to go. He has to resign. If we're going in for him, it's public now. It's out there. Then he has to be appointed. He just has to be. Yeah.
A comment here. Just want to say, Jamal here says, clickbaiting. Will you find a way to say this isn't clickbait? Clear clickbait. Yeah. Again, Terry Flewers has created this story. I have made the Daily Mail, the Football Insider, all the Italian journalists with their over 1.7 million followers collectively. I made them all make this story up so I could make a clickbait YouTube video. Listen, Jamel, you people give me energy. You people give me life. You hate on my success. And I'm not even that successful. Could you imagine if the Terrace ever blew up and become huge? People are going to have aneurysms. Take care, my friend. I am going to block you, though, because we don't need that negativity around here. Take care, my friend. Take care. Well, it's a madness. Someone here said it's still clickbait, just smart clickbaiting.
What?
Do you know what I think's happened with the phrase clickbait now? I think it's a headline. We put headlines that are attractive and enticing. But imagine the title was just, come watch my video, please. What do you want me to do? To not mention that Nuno's been sacked when he's been sacked? Sorry to laugh. I don't know what people want. Oh, my God. Oh, my days. Think about it. Imagine that. Yeah, Nuno's been sacked. Yeah, don't write that in the title. What do you want me to write, Terry? Just write, please watch me talk football. And watch 4 people turn up. Like, fuck my boots. Anyway, mate. Yeah, sorry. There's a claim, though, that Antonio Conte may not improve you that much. What's your take on that?
I mean, firstly, I don't even think he's going to be appointed. But if he is, no, Antonio Conte improves everyone. He improves bad players. He improves good players. He improves everyone. He's not as defensive as everyone thinks. Look at his Inter team, even his Chelsea team. The reason he won that league with Chelsea, yes, he was very good defensively, but there was so much power in the attack. Just because he doesn't attack like Guardiola or like Klopp with the high pressing doesn't mean he's not attacking. He does pay attention to the attack with fast attacks with his back three moving the ball and very powerful attacks. That's how he attacks.
Yeah, I just think the things people say about Antonio Conte for me are sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not what they believe. It's like a hope that it happens. Like I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans say it's going to end in tears, it's going to fail. But they're coming from the angle of Antonio Conte will be the reason it fails. It won't be. The reason, if Spurs appoint Antonio, the only reason it fails is if Spurs don't give Conte what he wants and what he needs. That's the only reason. It will be on Tottenham's head. But if Tottenham actually turn around and support him, they buy him the quality of player that he needs. They allow him to sell I'm talking about this. I remember he's got more credentials. I remember, like, if Antonio Conte comes in and says, the first thing I want you to do is sell Harry Kane, his mind ain't right. I want the money raised and I want to invest it in Lautaro Martinez. And by the way, I know he's just signed a new deal with Inter. but he's still. I always believe a player is buyable. I want Lautaro Martinez. I want Kesse from AC Milan. I want If he demands that and gets it, and you keep Antonio Conte happy, he will deliver. And I think the same as, by the way, Pep. If Pep Guardiola wasn't given what he wanted at City, I think he'd walk away. Like, I don't feel like Antonio Conte is this nasty man that everybody makes him out to be. He's just a born winner. And what I like about him is he's not a yes man. If he isn't given what he wants, but he was promised it. Now, I think it's different if you guys say, right, we're going to go hell for leather for Martinez, but Man City or Barcelona pip you to him because they're bigger clubs. I think he could accept that. But it's if the board say, no, we're not going to part with the money. That's when I think he'll walk away. And as Spurs fans, that's what you guys have got to back him. Do you get what I mean? Sky Sports are now also reporting the news that he has gone, and Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted it as well. He has gone. Leaf, we'll speak to you again soon. Yeah. It is over. He is gone. Fabrizio has reported it. Official. The Football Insider wins again. The Football Insider comes through. And that Turkish outlet with 1.1 million followers that everybody laughed at. Spot on. The tier ones were late. He is gone. Nuno is finished. He is out of here. Oh, who's coming in next? I actually got a really bad cold. I'm not very well. I'm really, really not. I'm not very well at all. But yeah, it's one of them ones there. It's one of them ones there where I'm intrigued and a little bit excited to see what's going to come from this now. I'm really intrigued and excited to see what's going to come from this now. He has been sacked. He is gone. He is out. El Sakiko literally took a victim. El Sakiko was real. It was real. And you're all saying that it's official. Again, we went live first. Didn't need to wait. Didn't need to wait on this. Knew it was coming. Absolutely knew it was coming. Terry checked DiMarzio. He's saying Conte is joining Spurs. Let me go and have a little look here. Let me go and have a little look at this while we're live on the air. What's he saying here? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Oh. Antonio Conte. My God. DiMarzio has confirmed. Well, he hasn't confirmed anything. What DiMarzio has said, and let me show this to you now. I'm going to share this on my screen so you can all see it. And DiMarzio has been on point recently. Man's been on fire with this news. And I want to address something else as well. All the haters are saying, not about me, but look at this here. This is what DiMarzio has said. Antonio Conte to Spurs. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. On his way, maybe. On his way, maybe. Antonio, oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Wow. Man United toyed with him last week, spoke to him last week, considered it last week. World-class manager. Tip-top manager. Oh, my word. Huge news. Tottenham fans, you must be over the moon. I want to hear from you now. Phone into the show. I'm going to go to your live comments now. Antonio Conte reported as close. Wow. Man United kicked out of the top four. 100% in my opinion. I've said it already. I'll say it again. If Antonio Conte ends up at Tottenham, they will make the top four. They are making the top four. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. I'm not speechless. I don't even want to say Tottenham are a well-run club. Look what they do, like I would normally say about things. I'm not saying Tottenham are well-run. But the upgrade, Nuno to Conte. It's like going from a Ford Cortina to a brand new Lambo. Painful. Painful as a Man United fan to see this. He is sacked. It's official. It was official yesterday. It just wasn't announced. It just wasn't announced. It simply wasn't announced, and it is now. It's over the line. It's done. Oh my God. I just got to calm myself down a little bit. I'm just a little bit frustrated, if I'm being honest with you. Keep the likes, get the like button hit, please. Just smash that like button for us right now. Let's get this stream past 1,000 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Someone here says Fab on it. I mean, yeah, look, Fab's behind on this today. Like, Fab's behind the curve. Like, I listen to Fab. I love Fab, but he's behind the curve with this. But he has said here that Tottenham are now pushing to convince Antonio Conte as the new manager. He's always been the top of the list since June, where there was no agreement with the Spurs board. The Tottenham director, Terrace, is working to find an agreement as a priority. The question I want to ask of Man United fans is, will or should this trigger a reaction from the Manchester United board? Will it or should it trigger a response? That's what I want to know from you today. And by the way, we're not continuing. You got to hit that like button, people. Nearly 2,000 people watching. We need to stream past 1,000 likes. Let's get that done right now. Support the Terrace out here. And if you want to get your super chats in, remember, if you guess that secret word in your super chat, you win a football shirt of your choice. So guess the secret football phrase in your super chats and have an opportunity of winning the football shirt of your choice. Wow. Absolutely wow. I want to go to some more comments coming through here. If Tottenham appoint Antonio Conte, top 4 this year and contenders for the title next year, that is a very big statement indeed. What else are we looking at here? Here we are talking about Spursy, whilst our non-ambitious club still has that bum of a coach. We are not serious about titles. Tyrone here says we can have whoever you want. When your club is run poorly, you don't succeed. Man United should be a prime example of that. Had a great coach before Ollie, yet zero success. Great move. Conte has a lifeline, and so does Spurs. Terrace came through. One of my members here says, Terry, imagine as Nuno is leaving the training ground, he passes Conte in his car. Eye contact. It won't quite be like that, but I do hear what you're saying. There. Let's keep these comments coming through. What else is being said? Nuno's problem at Spurs is that he used a false formation and tactics. Winter's Wrath says it won't work. Tottenham owners will backtrack on their word like they always do. But maybe for some Spurs fans, that is still like a silver lining in everything that's going on, if that makes sense. That could still be a silver lining within itself. Spurs are favourites for the top 4, no doubt. And they very well could be. They very well could be favourites after this big news that has emerged this morning. Huge news. Gargantuan news. Massive news. Massive news. 1 second here, peeps. I've just got to share something. And I've got to type it while I'm talking to you. Wow. Big news. Spurs fans everywhere must be absolutely over the moon. Over the moon with this news. Over the moon with this news right now. Must be over the moon with it. Right. Let's go to some more calls here. Oh, hang on a minute. Matt Law has tweeted. Someone's told me Matt Law has tweeted. I'm going to go to Matt Law's tweet. I'm going to bring you what Matt Law has said this morning. Share it on the screen. Oh, yeah, they are doing it. They are doing it here. Let me just put this up on the screen for you all. Breaking news here. Breaking news from Matt Law. I'm going to see Leaf celebrate behind the scenes here. He says, exclusive. Tottenham make a fresh bid to try and persuade Antonio Conte to return to management as they sack Nuno Espirito Santo. Currently unclear whether or not Conte can be tempted this time. The English press playing it down a little more than the Italians, but it is official. They are trying to bring Antonio Conte in. They are trying to bring Antonio Conte in. As we stated to you yesterday, this is on its way. On its way. Let's do some more of your comments here. It's sad that a manager could lose a job without being given a chance. The world has gone mad. Unless it's Conte, what's the point? I suppose the problem is this. The reason that I think Nuno fouled, I don't think it's him or his tactics. I think it's the fact that he was 12th or 13th choice. That's not a great message into your dressing room. That's telling your dressing room that you didn't even back him initially. That's so far down the pecking order. That's why this has happened, in my opinion. Wow. Sky Italy with big breaking news this morning on the Football Terrace. Sky Italy saying that Tottenham have nearly struck a total agreement with Antonio Conte. Sky Italy reporting a total agreement could be in place. Antonio Conte could be on his way to Tottenham. I cannot believe it. I'm trying to stay neutral. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Oh my God. That is gargantuan news. Phone in now to have your say. Phone in now to the terrace. Oh my God. My voice is gone. Everything's gone. My club's gone. Oh my word. Can you Adam and Eve it? Next on the show, I'm going to get who's coming on next. True Red Devil is here to have his say. Morning, mate. What do you want to say?
Yes, what's going on, Terry?
Yeah, I'm good. What do you want to say, bro? Big exciting news. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, I'm glad that Conte is going to Spurs. I'm a Man United fan, by the way, but I'm glad he's going to Spurs because I couldn't deal with Conte at United. And for everyone who's a Spurs fan thinking that, oh, this is top four, I totally disagree. Harry Kane looks like he has 2 hip replacements. And there's a lot of change that Conte may need to do this season alone before he even thinks of top 4. West Ham are flying.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, look, from my point of view, that's just. I always say like this. I think the situation with Harry Kane is more about him than it is him not being happy, rather than his body kind of falling apart. Listen, my friend, I got some breaking news that I've got to go to. Very, very sorry. I have to go to this news here. Oh my word. What are we in store for today? This could be a monumental day. More breaking news. Fabrizio Romano says that the Tottenham board are feeling more than confident to convince Antonio Conte and to appoint him as the new manager to replace Nuno. Talks progressing right now with Conte's camp. He's asking an important plan for the next transfer window and long-term contract. Peditici is on it. And this very much echoes what the Italian press, the likes of Tancredi Palmari and Alfredo, were all speaking about yesterday afternoon. He wants instant purchases in the January window. He wants the option of a long-term deal. He wants to stay somewhere 3, 4, 5 years, and he wants them to back him. Spurs are feeling confident. I'm feeling lightheaded. This is mad. Everything. And this is what I've said to people before. I love and respect the tier 1 journalists, but they wait. They wait until things are nearly done before they mention them. A lot of the smaller outlets, oh, they were all clickbaiters. They were all right. Stop disregarding people because they're not fashionable when it comes to this news. Make sure you hit that like button, please. Man like KJ's on there to have you say, KJ, what's your take on this news?
I'm so finished. Our football club is a disgrace, dude. How are you getting outmaneuvered, outplanned by Levy, by Daniel Levy and Spurs? I know Man United fans. Are questioning Conte. But when you've got a manager of that quality available, and you've got a manager that in place who isn't good enough, you switch. Now, Spurs are going to go get Conte. Now, it might not work out. It may not. Levy might be lying to Conte to just get him in, and he could all collapse because you know what Levy's like. But the fact that he has taken the actual risk, the gamble, to try and salvage their season shows some kind of thought for football and their football club. Where's ours? And you know what? Fair play to Spurs. Are they ran poorly? Yes. Do their board make terrible decisions? Yes. Is Levy a pagan? Yes. But at least they're trying something. At least they're not looking for excuses. Oh, they're not the right manager in place. Oh, it might be too soon. Oh, we want to wait till the summer. You get 3 games to save your job. They did not give Nuno 3 games to save his job. They didn't give him to the flipping window, the international break. They saw this and said enough is enough. It's time to go. It's time to bring someone in, and someone is available of quality. And now we're here. And if they do get over the line, again, there's a chance that it may not happen still because Conte might do what he did before, throw that curveball in. That might be, again, too much for Levy to handle. But if he really is ready to just give it all to him, finally relinquish whatever stubbornness he has, Man United, we're in trouble.
Yeah, United are in trouble if he goes there. And it's interesting, again, I never want my team to lose. But I wonder right now at this moment how many Spurs fans give a shit that they got panned 3-0 on Saturday. Because for them now, there's light at the end of the tunnel. They are very close. And there's a report here from Alfredo, who is the first journalist on this the whole time, who says Conte to Tottenham is expected to be finalised today after only final details left. A private flight is ready to take Antonio Conte to London. And a bit that's painful is that Man United were in talks. Man United had the opportunity last week to appoint Antonio Conte. If he ends up at Tottenham and they have a successful season and get back to being regular top 4 contenders, maybe have more of an opportunity of winning trophies because Antonio Conte is legit world class, I'm going to be fuming, especially if we don't end up with someone that delivers that for us. If we keep Ollie a bit longer and we do end up with Ten Hag, if we end up with Zidane, I'm just throwing names out here now, we end up with a manager that delivers us brilliant football and we start winning titles again, we won't care. The problem is we have no faith in our ball to be able to deliver this. The fact that now Tottenham, Chelsea, City, and Liverpool, our big 6 rivals, have got managers that are so superior. Like the whole Arteta-Oli debate, who's better? It's marginal in any direction. Even if you think Arteta's better, he isn't light years ahead of Oli in the same way Conte, Tuchel is. To have 4 of the big 6 contenders with managers that are light years ahead of ours in itself is embarrassing. It really is. KJ,
absolutely.
Thanks for coming on, mate, and having your say. I appreciate it, bro. Top man. Thank you. As I've said already, Alfredo here, and I will put this up on the screen as well so you can see. Conte to Tottenham is expected to be finalised by today. Only final details left. He's falling further and further away from being anywhere near Manchester United. So United fans, it's one of them things. I wonder how United fans who kind of scoffed at the idea of him coming to Man United are now feeling. I legitimately wonder sometimes, like, how you're going to be feeling after all of this. I want to go to some more calls. Daniel's on the line now. Daniel's a Chelsea fan. What you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What are you saying? You all right?
Yeah, I'm rough as you like, but I'll survive. This Antonio Conte news is mad, though.
It's crazy still. I mean, there's a lot of layers to what's it called, to kind of peel. But I guess we'll talk about it a lot like over the coming days. But in terms of just reaction to this news, I think it's a very, very good appointment in terms of the name, but in terms of the club Tottenham are, in terms of their structure, in terms of how they're run, they don't know what they're doing. They really don't know what they're doing. It's so clear that they think the fans are fools. If I was a Tottenham fan, I'd actually be really annoyed. I would have rather, if I was a Tottenham fan again, had an interim manager to start the season. There's no point in, and I actually feel sorry for Nuno. I feel very, very sorry for him. What I said on the Bet Victor show last week was that Tottenham were actually 5th or 6th before the weekend's game. And obviously, yeah, they got beat and they got beat badly. But like it just shows a clear incompetence in terms of the Daniel Levy and what we know, Enick and the guys that run it above and whatnot. So there's that. There is the side of it where Conte, yes, this probably perfect squad for him. And you know, one of the biggest arguments from a lot of fans is that Man United wasn't a great fit for him because of the players that they have, and he would need to sacrifice a lot of their attacking talent. Obviously, yeah, whether you agree with that or not, it's neither here or there. But the facts remain is that Tottenham, for me, the players that he has there, it's in terms of how easy it is to see the fit, you can see it in it. Like, you've got the 2 combative midfielders that he can deploy. He's got wing backs in the team. He's got centre backs who aren't the greatest, but you put them in a free and you teach them how to defend. They could possibly do it, and they've got a decent enough attack that can combine together and score goals for him. So there's that. But obviously, as Man United fans, I can imagine the disappointment. Obviously, you went from being so close to Conte to him now going to Tottenham, and it just goes to show what we were saying. Like, we weren't chatting rubbish when we said that the board are not ready to fire Oli. They're just not ready to fire him. It doesn't, like, of course they had talks, of course things happened, of course, yeah, there may be some people on the board who might want Oli to be sacked, but at the end of the day, the people who make the decisions, the people who have all the control, they don't want to fire Oli. And why that is, we will never actually know the real reason. But boy, as a United fan, I'd be pissed off. As a Tottenham fan, I'd be pissed off as well.
Again, the only thing I disagree really with what you're saying, if I was a Tottenham fan right now, I get like previous mistakes I'd be annoyed with, but this is the perfect time of the season to sack a manager, because although Nuno has never made any of the Spurs fans happy, when you look at the league table, as we say, they're 5 points away from 4th place, and you know how good, especially in the early stages, a manager Conte is. And I wouldn't be shocked if he comes in and Spurs go on an amazing run. I'm talking about an amazing run that sees them win 8 or 10 games, because they just become resolute, hard to beat. He has this ability. I think you'll see Harry Kane perk up almost instantly. That will kind of annoy me as a Spurs fan. Why couldn't you do it earlier? But they can save their season. And yeah, on the Oli thing, I would love to believe that the reason we haven't gone for Conte and Oli's still here is because we have a bigger, more long-term plan. There's a manager that's part of this, who can get the best out of our squad. The problem is, none of us trust our board that's the thought process. There is no process, and it's painful, mate. But I'm sure we'll digest it, more of it on the Bet Victor's Top 6 show tonight. Top man, Dan. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Next on the show, Mo is here to have his say. But by the way, more and more reports now. Damasio, Alfredo, just report after report after report that Spurs are getting closer and closer and closer. There's a comment here from Romario. This is a Juventus correspondent for Goal Italia, who has just said that Antonio Conte to Spurs is happening. This time it's for real. This time it's for real, is what's being said here. It's done. 110%. It looks done right now. Looks done. Tottenham fans, get yourselves excited, get happy. You got one of the best managers in the world. Best managers in the world. One of the best is going to be at your stadium this year. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I don't mean shocking in a horrible way. I just mean absolutely shocking. I can't almost believe, even though I've written it all day yesterday, it's actually happening. Oh, wow. Mo's now here with me. What are you saying, Mo?
Absolutely gutted, mate. Literally gutted. How have they done this? Spurs. How have Spurs outmaneuvered Manchester United is unbelievable. So you're telling me now, Man United's board is thinking they're going to win the league title with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Well, now you've got Thomas Tuchel, you've got Pep Guardiola, you've got Klopp, and you've got Conte. And he's going to outmaneuver them and out-tactic them and win the league title. Even in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's heart of hearts knows that he's no way going to do that. He will never win anything with this club. Our board will never win. We'll never win another league title, Terry. Never. It's never going to happen. Forget about that dream. That dream is dead. We've done it for 8 years. We've spent £1 billion with our board. This board, this owners will never win you a Champions League or league title. Never. With those managers there, and they're rich clubs as well, Terry. Don't forget, they're not poor clubs. They're rich clubs as well. And you've got 4 managers there, Terry. It's not one manager where back in the day you could say, oh, it's Guardiola. So maybe if we can beat Guardiola somehow, we can win a league title. You're not going to beat Conte. You're not going to beat Tuchel. You're not going to beat Klopp. You're not going to beat Guardiola. And they got better football structures. They got better football clubs. And they make decisions, Terry. When the going gets tough, Daniel Levy, yeah, he's not the best chairman in the world, but fair play to him. He pulled the plug. He's like, all right, cool, I'm pulling it. I've got the power to pull it. I'm going to pull it. I don't care. We can't do that. Man United can't do that. Man United are like, oh, I don't know. The profit's going to go down if we pull it. Or let's stick with this structure. It's been 3 years now. It's been 3 years with this manager. My God, 3 years. And he's been in this sackable situation for 3-4 times. Only God knows how he survives, Terry.
Mate, I know why he survived, because our club is run poorly. And like I've been saying to Manchester United fans now for 6 years straight, and most don't want to talk about it, the Glazers are a bigger problem than any manager, any player that we have ever had post Fergie. It's a shambles.
It's just our luck, man. Like why did we have to get bought by them? Why couldn't it be someone else? You know, it's just our luck that we got bought by these wankers, and they brought these fucking bankers in, and they fucked us.
Mate,
fucked us, man.
I hear you, Mo. Top man for coming on and having your say. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Igal is here with me now. Igal, what you saying, bro? Tottenham now with one of the best managers in the world. What's your thoughts?
Yo, Terry, I honestly don't have an idea how Antonio Conte sees the situation at Manchester United and the situation at Arsenal, and if and doesn't like try to push for that Manchester United job over the Spurs job.
He did though. He did. Again, if you were actually listening to the news last week, him and his team were pushing hard for the Man United job. The whole, he's ready to take a job mid-season. He was up for it. Man United just didn't make a final and official offer. That's it. And if Man United right now made him a final and official offer, most of the Italian correspondents say that he would take it. But if there's no offer, he can't take it, can he?
There you go. And you know what? I'm looking at it from the perspective, I'd rather him go to Spurs than go to Manchester United, because if he goes to Manchester United, I could see you guys doing something, be it maybe the Champions League or the league. But when it comes to Spurs, I just look at them and I still see they're a mess. And I just think if you add Antonio Conte to the mess that they already are, it's just gonna add more of a mess. This is gonna end messy.
Hey, Gal, 1 second, my friend. 1 second. We got some big breaking news. Fabrizio has tweeted here that Antonio Conte is ready to accept the Tottenham proposal. Talks underway and understood to be at final stages. Salary and long-term contract discussed, but he seems convinced to say yes. Negotiations to continue in the next few hours in order to complete the agreement. But Antonio Conte is highly likely to be the next Tottenham manager, as you can see. Wow. I mean, again, that's massive news.
Oh, that's a big job for Tottenham did. Good for them. Honestly, they got one of the best managers in the world. No shame on that. But I still think they are far away from getting back to the top 4. They have such a mess to clean up. And if Antonio Conte can get them into top 4, I think that right there is one up there with some of the biggest accomplishments he's done in his career in one season. Let's be honest.
I think he can get them into the top four. I think the difference is when you look at Antonio Conte, I don't think their squad is that much worse than everybody else's. There's holes in it, no doubt, but it isn't that much worse. It's not been managed right. But when you compare managers are so important to teams. When I look at the Premier League and I look at West Ham, Man United, Arsenal, Brighton are not in the race for it for me. Leicester. The one thing Spurs have over all our clubs is they have a truly their manager is so far clear of Mikel Arteta, so far clear of David Moyes, so far clear of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's like you having a 100-meter sprint race against Usain Bolt. That's the difference in the managers of our clubs. He will be able to generate 15 to 20 points right now that Spurs are not capable of winning. They have got an outstanding chance of making the top four.
Respect to him, Terry. I just want to say, Nuno, thanks for the memories. I was at that game in the North London Derby. Great game. Loved it. Thanks for the memories, Nuno. But yeah, Spurs fans, get ready, get excited, be happy. I'm not gonna knock them. They got one of the best managers, as you said. They could still get into the top four. Harry Kane can come back fit, get fit and firing. That would be great. I honestly think the best case scenario for Spurs is 5th or 6th with the Conference League trophy. And if Antonio Conte wins them a trophy, he'll be their best manager they've had in more than a decade.
Yeah, and listen, totally agree. Totally agree. Sky Sports have just posted out here that Antonio Conte will be in London today to hold talks to Tottenham. He is flying to London. Igal, thank you very much for coming on, mate, and having your say. Listen, everybody that's tuned in today, thank you very, very much indeed. Smash that like button before you leave. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. We're back tonight, 6 p.m. with the Bet Victor Top 6 show. This is obviously going to be big news on that show tonight. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon.